So, you have an anime for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this one is gonna be just a completely normal and wholesome anime. Great, what's it about? Oh, bullying mostly. What? Yeah, so we're gonna have this guy named Senpai, right? Okay, but what is his name actually, though? I just told you it's Senpai, and I don't want to answer any more questions about that. Okay, but what about... I'm sorry, I believe that's a question. Ah, dang it, you got me. And so one day, Senpai, he's gonna be visiting the library, and he's gonna meet this girl, Nagatoro, right? Oh, and what's she like? Oh, she's the bully. Oh. Could she not be? No, and so anyway, she's gonna make Senpai cry, so, you know, that's gonna be pretty funny. That actually sounds like the exact opposite of funny. Do you need help? Yes, I haven't seen the sunlight for 2 weeks. Yeah, you're probably fine. So anyway, what exactly happens in this thing? Well, you know, after Nagatoro makes Senpai cry, she decides that, you know, she's gonna hang out with him now. Oh, doing what? Teasing him mostly. What does that entail? Well, I mean, just to pull from one of several, and I do mean several examples, Senpai's in the art club, right? So Nagatoro's gonna offer to model for him and pretend to kiss him when he does well. That still just seems super mean though. No, it's like super cute, trust me. Alright, I mean, I suppose if it's just like a little light teasing, that's probably okay. Oh, and we're also gonna meet Nagatoro's friends, Gamo, Yoshi, and Sakura, right? Oh, and what are they like? Well, like, imagine Nagatoro, but like a lot, like 100 times worse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're just the worst, but they're also occasionally nice. It doesn't seem like you can do both. Actually, super simple, barely an annoyance. Oh, really? Yeah, cause you see, they're attractive. Oh, you didn't mention they were attractive. Oh, well, all is forgiven then. Great, because I was thinking we have like a whole half an episode dedicated to the main characters being in like this Isekai, right? What the heck is even the point of that? Because that way we can have Senpai be like a wizard, right? And Nagatoro and her friends are gonna be like conning him because they're actually secretly the demon lords, and it's really just gonna drive home the point of how mean they are to him. Yeah, no, if the only point of this is so that we can see Senpai feeling bad about himself, then nah, I'm out. Did I mention the female girls are going to be dressed in demon lord outfits? Which is why, as I was saying, I am totally all in on this. That's the spirit, and so anyway, the group's now gonna go to the beach together. Since when were they all a group? Since always, and so Nagatoro, she's gonna put some sunscreen on Senpai's back, right? Seems normal enough. Oh no, even with this girl, the most mundane daily tasks are always gonna turn weird somehow. How so? Well, I mean, since she's applying the sunscreen to his back, she decides that the most efficient way to apply it is to step on him, like all over him. There are about 10 more efficient ways of applying a sunscreen. Why does she do that? Because she can. And so next they're all gonna go to a festival, right? Oh, a festival, that sounds cute. Oh, it is. I mean, right up until the point that Gamo and Yoshi are gonna put a collar on Senpai in an attempt to force Nagatoro to come to the festival. What? Not important. So anyway, the fireworks show is gonna start, and then Nagatoro and Senpai, they're gonna watch it together, right? Well, I mean, at least there's one wholesome moment in this whole show. At least until they realize that they are in the middle of the makeout corner of the festival. Oh, yikes. And then Nagatoro, she's gonna convince Senpai to do some planking, and then she's gonna ride him like a horse. Does this guy have, like, an ounce of self-respect? Not that we will ever see, no, but he does manage to get her back. Oh, and how does he do that? Oh, she calls him while she's in the bath, and she accidentally turns the regular phone call into a video call, so, you know, Senpai sees everything. That's not so much him getting her back, so much as her own karma getting her back. Shut up, it's the same difference. And so anyway, then Sakura's gonna come to Senpai, because, you know, she's got a stalker on her tail, right? Oh, that's not good. No, it's not. However, she has come up with the solution. Go to the police, pretend to date Senpai, but the stalker thinks that she's not available and goes away. Or that's also a choice. And so she's gonna take Senpai out on his first official date. Ooh, and what happens with that? Oh, not very much at all. Nagatoro decides to deal with the stalker in a physical way, so, you know, that's all wrapped up now. The date doesn't last very long at all. Whoa, why wasn't that the first plan they tried? Anyway, moving on. On to what? Well, we're gonna meet the president of the art club, and, you know, she's a little upset that everyone's colluding within the art room, and so she's gonna offer a challenge to Senpai. Ooh, what kind of challenge? Well, they're both gonna put on exhibits during the school culture festival, and if she gets more views than him, she's gonna shut down the art club. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Well, after a long contemplation, which we're somehow gonna manage to squeeze into a whole episode, Senpai decides to do a row of Nagatoro pieces. Cool, and what's the president gonna do at the exhibition? A portrait of herself without any clothes on. Well, I mean, seeing as they are in the school, I can only imagine that is not gonna pass any sort of, you know, anything. Yeah, and so of course, you know, that's going to attract the attention of the disciplinary committee, which are gonna try to shut her down, right? Makes sense. Well, Nagatoro and Senpai, they're gonna go to bat for her, right? So her piece is allowed to stay in the exhibition, but that does mean she lost the bet, though. Oh, that's cool for sure. That is a little anticlimactic, though, don't you think? It sure is, and so the president, she's gonna wear a bunny girl outfit while selling cat apparel. Oh, I bet that makes a ton of money. It sure does, and so anyway, to end off the season, I was thinking that we could do... Wait, we're almost over? Oh, yes, sir. Nothing at all has happened, though. Ah, you're catching on, and so we're gonna have Nagatoro modeling for Senpai again, right? Oh, so she does, like, the fake kiss again, right? No, actually, this time she does a real one on the cheek. Oh, well, that's just huge, isn't it? Maybe she actually likes him or something. Ah, who knows? You do. Anyways, what did you think? Honestly, I thought it was weird, and it makes me wonder what it says about the kind kind of person who would enjoy it? What do you mean? This is like super duper cute. This is the epitome of cuteness. Of all the words I would use to describe this show, what's nowhere on that list is cute. Hey guys, anime pitch meeting here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then I suggest you click over here for something that you might want to see, and if you don't, well then there's a lot of other things you can click on. It's a whole platform of things. Anyway, see you in the next one.